Well, it looks like Kim Kardashian might have some explaining to do when it comes to her fashion empire. Rumor has it that she's been caught with her hand in the cookie jar once again, this time accused of swiping designs from none other than her own husband, Kanye West. According to whispers in the fashion world, Kim's been on a bit of a design stealing spree. First, it was Dolce Gabbana, then Balenciaga, and now she's allegedly been caught pilfering designs from Kanye's brand Yeezy for her own Skims line. But Kanye isn't about to let this slide. Oh no, he's not holding back, folks. He's filed a lawsuit against Kim, claiming that she's been brazenly stealing designs from his brand. Kim could be facing a hefty bill of $300 million in damages. It's a stunning turn of events for Kim, who's built her fashion empire on the back of her own brand. But if Kanye's accusations hold water, it could spell serious trouble for her reputation and her bank account. So what's next for Kim and her fashion empire? Will she be able to clear her name and salvage her brand? Or is this the beginning of the end for her in the fashion world? Kim K is master of stealing. From stealing designs to stealing ideas or money, she is always there. See, back in the day, before Kim was famous, she worked as a closet assistant for singer Brandy, but Kim did her dirty because she stole from Brandy. As the closet assistant, Kim had access to Brandy's credit card for a one-time. However, after Kim stopped working for Brandy, she along with Chloe and Rob took advantage of the access and stole $120,000 from Brandy's mother. What this means is that Kim held onto the credit card details for years and waited until she believed enough time passed before carrying out the thievery. But to make matters worse, they tried to be sneaky and hide the paper trail by spending the stolen money at their stores, Dash and Smooch, instead of using it directly. To avoid suspicion, they used the stolen money to make it seem like legitimate income from their clothing stores, because they thought it would be harder to trade since Brandy buys a lot of clothes. However, they were caught red-handed. At first, Brandy's mother gave Kim the opportunity to return the money without involving the law because of her relationship with Brandy and Ray J. But when she didn't repay the money for over a year, she decided to take legal action against them. But then Brandy and Ray J convinced their mother to withdraw the lawsuit and resolve the matter outside of the courts. According to Ray J, this was the actual reason behind his breakup with Kim. But that wasn't the last time that Kim was involved in such money shenanigans, because she was also linked to a money laundering scheme. Before her rise to fame, she had a sugar daddy named Joe Lo, an Asian man whom she has been accused of helping launder illegal money. Insiders claim that Kim frequently traveled with Joe Lo to gambling houses in Kazuya, and in 2009, she even claimed to have flown back to LA with a trash bag full of $250,000 cash that he won from a casino in Las Vegas. But it turns out that this might have been part of a larger money laundering scheme, as Joe Lo has been implicated in such activities. The insider wrote, "Lo is wanted by international authorities in connection with a multi-billion-dollar money laundering scheme. He is accused of being the mastermind behind a scheme to siphon $4.5 billion from the Malaysian state-run Economic Development Fund, One Malaysia Development Berhad. She was investigated by the FBI, but they couldn't pay anything on her, so she was never charged with anything. But things got even weirder because, well, Kim and her siblings have been making weird moves that suggest that their finances aren't as cushy as they make it look, because they have been accused of tax evasion using the California Community Church. Yes, the California Community Church was founded by Jenner Momajer Kris Jenner in 2009, and it was registered as a non-profit organization that requires members to pay a monthly fee of $1,000 and donate 10% of their annual income to the church. Of course, the Kardashians are among the members who donate the 10%, which translates into a 10% tax reduction each year. This tax reduction is significant, especially for someone like Kim, who claims to earn about $80 million annually, which amounts to $8 million tax reduction. What's even more questionable is that Kris Jenner is the owner of the church, which means that whenever the Jenner sisters give their 10% donation, it's essentially going to their mother. As a result, Kris could potentially find a way to give the money back to them, which ultimately means that they don't really donate anything at all yet still benefit from the tax reduction. Yes, very shady. The whole situation appears to be quite suspicious, and it certainly comes across as shady as F. But it still doesn't end there, because a lot of things still don't add up about Kim's finances, and people are convinced that she has been inflating her income and network. Listen, these thieves' pockets have holes in them, and this is the kind of shadiness that is nothing new to the Kardashians, because we all remember how Kylie was exposed by Forbes for lying about how much her Kylie Cosmetics brand was worth, and she ended up losing her billionaire status. Well, Kim is still officially noted as a billionaire, but people think that she doesn't act like it. Last year, she was investigated by the SEC after she advertised the cryptocurrency Ethereum Max ads, without adding a disclaimer to show that it was a sponsored ad and she had gotten paid to do so. By advertising without stating that it was an ad, she had taken part in a pump and dump scheme that was aimed at increasing the price of cryptocurrency before it was sold to investors, and she was fined $1.26 million. People have pointed out how weird it is that Kim would still be running ads on Instagram, even as a billionaire, because that is certainly not billionaire behavior. It's giving more Instagram influencer rather than billionaire businesswoman. And this is another reason people think that low-key she isn't as rich as she wants us to think, and according to Kanye, people are right about that. While Kim is definitely far from the opera girl, she has way less money than people think, and this is why Kanye was always careful to keep his money separate from hers, even when their marriage was still going well. He never wanted to get financially tied up with her because he knew that he would be losing a lot of money at the end of the day. A source spoke to People magazine and said they keep their accounts basically separate. And it looks like her financial problems might have gotten only worse since her divorce from Kanye, because she is in a heavy debt of $48 million, which is just insane to think about. A year ago, she took out a mortgage of $48 million on her $70 million mansion. And the crazy thing is that she can't ask her family for help because every single one of them is heavily in debt too. Her mom, Kris Jenner, has a very long list of debt, and according to The Sun, she first of all took out a loan for $7.25 million in August 2018. But the following month, she was superseded by a new agreement for a whopping $40 million loan with the financial company Crosswind Venture Fund. Then in January 2019, she borrowed $5.2 million and $5.25 million in June of that year, according to Property Reports. Listen, everybody's borrowing money. Kylie also borrows $7.5 million. And long story short, the Kardashians are $132 million in debt, which is crazy. But hey, they gotta pay for their designer clothes and private jets somehow, right? Plus, their financial worries are just the latest in a long streak of what people are calling their flop era, and they might want to level up their game very quick, and I mean quick. And if Kim thinks Kanye might bail her out, well, she better think again, because sources report that Kanye is 100% focused on his new wife Bianca and has zero thoughts of regard towards Kim outside of their 4 kids. Why this is just crazy. And people have comments saying that whole family's wealth is built on shams and scams, not to talk about faking their documents to end up on rich lists and etc. More and more are seeing their lives. Not even a momager can do anything to save them from their well-deserved downfall. Prenuptial agreements save Kanye from a whole lot of grief. Smart men hope they go down hard, and they're broke. It's all smoke and mirrors. That's why she's trying to get North to work. Listen, the Kardashians and her family are some wild or crazy kids, but if you think that's crazy, just wait until you see the chaos in the next video.